Money in the Bank is tomorrow already, and are we feeling the hype yet? I mean, we're gonna have 4 matches on this premium live event, which last time people were comparing about having. Money in the Bank is tomorrow already, and are we feeling the hype? Last premium live event, people were complaining about only having 5 matches. We have 4 matches this time, but Money in the Bank ladder matches are usually longer because they're good. These are good matches, and we're gonna start off with my predictions, okay, for the women's match, because ladies first. The women's Money in the Bank ladder match, we got Julia, Naomi, Rhea Ripley, who is in the match. A lot of people don't like that. Alexa Bliss, fan favorite, Roxanne Perez, and Stephanie Vaquer. Who's gonna win? No, I think Rhea Ripley winning it. Wouldn't that be good? Nobody wants Rhea to win, right? She's been the champion for a long time. She just lost the title. She picked it up. She lost it, before WrestleMania. But what can get her back into the main event? Because she's not a big deal right now. Io Sky's a champion. Io Sky is not even a big deal. When's the last time she had a championship match on a premium live event? Was it WrestleMania? I don't know. Does she defend her title? I don't know. I don't know what she's been doing. But the winner is probably not going to cash in unless there's like a draft or whatever sometime down the road. So is it going to be Naomi? Naomi is who I think should win, right? We saw how good she was in the Road to WrestleMania against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Naomi stood out. She was that breakout star. It looks like 2025 is supposed to be the year of Naomi. She did some great acting there, even though I don't think it's really that good for like an actor, but for like a superstar, sure, it's pretty good. She's a good wrestler. She hasn't been champion since like 2017, right? Like a world champion. She's been tag team champion with Bianca Belair, of course, after Jade Cargill got hurt. And if she gets the Money in the Bank, she can become champion. She can beat Tiffany Stratton, and she'll be a great champion. Because when Tiffany Stratton won the title at WrestleMania, it's like, okay, we're gonna save her. She defeated Charlotte Flair, and she's gonna eventually drop the title to Naomi. That's kind of what everyone made up their minds, because she's not gonna give it back to Nia Jax. Nobody wants Nia Jax to be champion. We want Naomi. We can deal with Naomi being champion. This is not glow Naomi. This is caution Naomi, right? We gotta be cautious, okay? Roxanne Perez, she doesn't need a title right here. Stephanie Vaquer, she doesn't need a title or a Money in the Bank briefcase yet, right? Even though it will be interesting if the winner of this loses the cash in and fails to cash in. That would be interesting. Julia, she's gonna be fighting. She's gonna be the one to take the United States Championship off of Zelina Vega, I assume. And Alexa Bliss, she gets the biggest pop every single week that she's on SmackDown. That alone could be the reason why she does win the Women's Money in the Bank, but she's won it before. I think it's okay if she doesn't win. It's not like she's gonna be buried or nothing like that. She's sure here even qualifying for this match is a big deal. So I think Naomi, she should win it. It will make the most sense, with all the storylines you could have with Naomi. Jade could become jealous. Bianca could be jealous since she lost her title match at WrestleMania. Those are different ways you can go at this for the sake of storylines, for the sake of entertainment, for the sake of having never won the Money in the Bank before. Naomi is my pick. Next, we're going to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We got Solo Sikoa, LA Knight for a third straight year, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Why LA Knight was in the Money in the Bank ladder match 2023. LA Knight was in the Money in the Bank ladder match 2024. And LA Knight is in the Money in the Bank ladder match again for 2025, a third year straight. Are we supposed to believe that he's going to win? If he does actually win, I could see that happening. Is Triple H going to allow LA Knight to win and maybe he can go to Raw and cash in on Jey Uso? Is he going to cash in on John Cena? No, we don't want to see that happen, right? That would be terrible. Penta's also in this match. Seth Rollins, I don't think he needs to be in this match, but he is. We could have had Braun Breaker, we could have had Bronson Reed, but no, we have Seth Rollins, who's a main eventer already. We have Andrade and El Grande Americano. Now, El Grande Americano qualifying for the match, it could have been AJ Styles. I would have been fine with that, but we got him. And he's, I'm seeing a lot of people say that El Grande Americano should win the briefcase, which is just ridiculous. Why can you imagine him being champion? He was in a tag team with Otis. Otis is a former Money in the Bank winner. People thought that was goofy. El Grande Americano makes even less sense to win Money in the Bank. That would be even goofier than when Otis won it. Andrade's in the match for a second year in a row. We forgot about Andrade. What has Andrade done on SmackDown? Sometimes he's been feuding with Legado del Fantasma, with Los Garza, but it's like we forget that he's even on the roster sometimes. He just shows up sporadically. Seth Rollins, like I said, he's already a main eventer. He's won Money in the Bank before 11 years ago. In 2014 he won Money in the Bank. It would be kind of cool if he wins it again, but I just don't see there's a reason for him needing it. If his interference comes out, Braun Breaker comes out, Bronson Reed comes out, then Sami Zayn's gonna come out, right? They're gonna fight or whatever. They're gonna even the playing field, take out the distractions, take out the interference. Sami Zayn and who else? Roman Reigns. Is Roman Reigns gonna return and interfere in this match. We don't really want to see that. Solo Sikoa, the last person I have yet to mention. No, I think he should win it, right? Solo Sikoa. We look. Seth Rollins won it in 2014, like I was saying. Before 2014, Seth Rollins, he was in the Shield, and then he breaks up. Right, he betrays them. He joins the Authority. He was a main eventer, but he never won the WWE Championship. He didn't win the World Heavyweight Championship. He was just a main eventer. He had title matches. It wasn't until he cashed in and won that championship that he became the guy. Solo Sikoa, you might not see a future where he becomes the guy, but similarly to Seth Rollins, he breaks away. He has his own bloodline. He joins that. He has his own group. He has his own faction, much like Seth Rollins and the Authority. Solo Sikoa has title matches against Cody Rhodes, right? He doesn't win the championship. He doesn't become the guy in 2024, but he has those title matches. He has those main event matches, similar to Seth Rollins in 2014 and in 2025. He could win, the Money in the Bank, just like Seth Rollins did in 2014, and he could go on to cash in and become a world champion, much like Seth Rollins did in 2015 when he had the heist of the century. Now, if you look at it like that, like Solo Sikoa, comparing him to Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins was only on the main roster for 2 years, 3 years before he became world champion. Solo Sikoa on the main roster for 2 years, 3 years until he potentially becomes world champion. Right, this is a real possibility. And Solo Sikoa, yes, we talk about him being buried, him losing a ton of matches, John Cena being the only big name he's beaten in the past 3 years. Whatever, it's not too late to turn it around for Solo Sikoa. We can insert him. We can make him a main eventer right now. We can pull the trigger. Pull the trigger right now if you want to on Solo. It's not too late. He's got JC Mateo. He's got Jacob Fatu. He's doing his own thing, right? Jacob Fatu. He's gonna break off from the bloodline pretty soon. But he's got those guys. Tama Tonga. I don't know what happened to Tama Tonga. I don't know what happened to Tonga. I don't know where they go. I don't know where those guys are. They can. We don't need them. They're already in their 40s anyway. Solo Sikoa is still young. He can become a champion. He can be in WWE for another 10 years. JC Mateo is 10 years older than Solo Sikoa. If you haven't looked that up, if you haven't realized that already, Solo Sikoa can be the guy for the future. We were talking about him being the future 3 years ago. He hasn't really become what a lot of people were expecting. I didn't think he was going to be much more than a bodyguard, but he's proven himself. He's funny. A lot of guys can, if you look at comments on YouTube videos, they can point out that Solo Sikoa, he has that timing, right? With the stuff that he does with Jason Mateo, his facial expressions, getting Jimmy Uso back in the bloodline. Solo Sikoa, he can be the guy, really. He's got the size for it. He's the family. He's got the moves. Solo Sikoa is my pick to win Money in the Bank. Now, next is the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. Once again, notice I said Becky Lynch's name first because that's who I thought of first when I was thinking about this match, and that's who I'm gonna think is gonna finally win the title. She was my pick to win the championship. At Backlash, she didn't win the championship, but this is a good time for her. We're stale. It's getting stale, really. This is the same thing every week. Lyra Valkyria is talking, Becky Lynch goes in there, or Becky Lynch is talking, Lyra Valkyria goes in there. They do a little brawl, have a little scuffle after an exchange of words, which a lot of said they're good promos, right? Both of them. Becky Lynch has been the man. We know what she can do. Lyra Valkyria is becoming that star, becoming that main eventer. She's getting more comfortable. We can see her, evolving, and she doesn't look nervous. She doesn't look out of place like how she used to when she first came on the roster, when she was kind of pushed a little bit too fast, before she would become comfortable. But she's had a great reign. It's been going on since 5 months already, right? It's been basically all year. She can drop the title finally to Becky Lynch, and like I said in my Backlash predictions video, Becky Lynch is a big star. She's won it all. She's won everything you could: tag team titles, Raw Women's Championship, SmackDown Women's Championship, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble. She hasn't won the Intercontinental Championship yet, and this can make her not a Grand Slam champion because you still have to win the United States champion. There's no Grand Slam with a new format. If there is a new format that comes out of it, then Becky Lynch is not a Grand Slam champion, but she'll become the first to win both the mid-card titles and the world titles for the women's division, and that's going to elevate the title. It's going to elevate Lyra Valkyria herself, right? Losing to Becky Lynch is not bad. It's not bad for her career. You need to lose the title and to grow any further, right? No one's career gets better without losses. John Cena had to lose the championship 16 times so he could win it his 17th time, right? You have to lose the titles that you win, and this is a good moment for Lyra Valkyria to lose it, just like Gunther lost his World Heavyweight Championship already this year. Now for the main event, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, a tag team match that we're all excited for, versus John Cena and Logan Paul. I talked about this in my last video. Go ahead and watch that. It's the second half of that video. It starts about 5 minutes or whatever. This is a tag team match where John Cena is once again not defending his title, wasting an appearance of his. He's the world heavyweight, the world champion, and he's not going to be putting it on the line. Okay, who did he fight at Saturday Night's main event? I don't know who he fought at Saturday Night's main event. The point is that he defended the title, or he didn't defend the title, but he fought and he won. And now he's teaming with Logan Paul because he decided to interfere in Logan Paul and Jey Uso's match just because he wants to ruin wrestling. We could say that he can ruin wrestling in a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways that we could go about this. We could have made a more entertaining storyline. We could make more entertaining. Now, if you look at Murph's video of John Cena turning heel with his NWO, that's entertaining. That was a great YouTube video. It was like an hour. It was a ton of videos. Now like hours long. Great storyline. What we're seeing here in 2025 WWE with John Cena, it's not necessarily entertaining. It's not what we were expecting, and it's not what we wanted. Definitely, we are expecting more out of John Cena. It's a cinematic era. John Cena is a Hollywood superstar, and he's like, this is like mid. It's not John Cena's fault, is it? Is it WWE's fault? I'm not gonna blame anyone. I'm not gonna point fingers, but we expected more out of this. Cody Rhodes is still wanting to go after John Cena for whatever reason. He wants to prevent wrestling from being ruined because all John Cena cares about is ruining wrestling. He doesn't care about anything else. He'll interfere in a match just to do that. Logan Paul is someone who isn't what it should have been. Logan Paul instead of Travis Scott is what some people are saying, because instead of Travis Scott being that celebrity that wins wrestling, it should have been Logan Paul in the first place. We should have never had that Travis Scott interference at WrestleMania. It just shouldn't have even been a thing. It should have been Logan Paul. It makes more sense because he's an actual wrestler. He's more believable in that role. Whatever you want to say, we have Logan teaming with John Cena now, and this is a big deal. Logan's gonna make a YouTube video about it. He's gonna get a ton of views. He's gonna get a lot of attention as if it wasn't already. These are four of the biggest stars. Cody Rhodes is the black guy who, after Roman Reigns lost the championship, Cody Rhodes is the guy who goes on talk shows. He's the guy who promotes WWE everywhere he goes. He would carry that championship on Good Morning shows, on podcasts, on interviews, wherever he went. He would carry that championship with great pride, and you could see that, right? John Cena is in movies. He's a big star. He's big, right? I was watching the NBA Finals earlier at the time of me recording the video, and he was in a commercial for his upcoming movie. I don't even know what the movie's called, but I know John Cena was in it. Jey Uso, he's won the Royal Rumble purely based off that the crowd loves him. He sells merch. He gets the whole crowd to do the and he's just a fan favorite, right? Jey Uso has all this momentum behind him. He won the World Heavyweight Championship, defending it at Saturday Night's main event, defending against Jey Uso, defending it against Gunther next Monday. So he's on a roll right now. He deserves his spot in this match. And then Logan Paul, we know he's done 5 mil on YouTube in 6 months, and having been in those movies, been in TV shows, having his own show on HBO, is it HBO? I don't know. I see if you look on Roku, Paul American is on there, like when you select from Netflix or whatever you want to watch. He's a big, huge celebrity. He's the second biggest star in WWE right now, or third biggest star behind The Rock and John Cena. Who do I have winning this match? Have to talk about the actual match itself. That's what I should have been talking about. I see John Cena and Logan Paul winning this, right? Everyone goes with the face team. It's not always going to be the face team that wins. Somehow, some way, John Cena and Logan Paul, whether they get help from someone else, whether they don't get help and do it themselves and just use the brass knuckles or the championship, they're going to win this match. It's not going to be a clean match. I'm not going to expect clean match, but what really intrigues me is the possibility of a cash-in. That's a video for, I already made half my video last time was talking about the potential of a cash-in, because both world heavyweight champions are in this match. It's a great time to cash in your Money in the Bank. That's only if this tag team match occurs after the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. It might not, but that's a great possibility. And that's just, if you're not excited about Money in the Bank, just think about that. We could have a new world champion on a premium event where the world championship is not even defended. This is great. So it's something to look forward to. It's a great possibility to think about and be excited for. So these are my predictions. It's gonna be a big day for Naomi, for Solo Sikoa, for Becky Lynch, for John Cena, Logan Paul, and potentially Solo Sikoa again. Maybe he becomes world champion again. If we have Seth Rollins win Money in the Bank, maybe he cashes in on Jey Uso this night. So that's what I think. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.